Hey yo! Welcome back to the Diamond Beyond. We got some endings to some seasons right now. So yeah, we got the Warriors winning their I think fourth title in 8 years. Of course, they had some major like fallbacks because of course there was major injuries with some players. They had Clay out 3 years ago with torn Achilles. And now he came back and destroyed it for them. He came back. I came back about half. I think it was about halfway through the season. Yeah, they and you also got Curry winning his. They both won their fourth, and Curry won his first Finals MVP, which of course was not really. People say it was stolen from him, or he was robbed of it the last couple times, but you had KD winning it before. I think it was Andre Iguodala winning it before that. So yeah, it was basically time. It was his team the past 2 years or so. If you watched last year's Warriors, they basically got semi carried by him. It was actually crazy. They actually made it to the playoff game last year, the play-in tournament, which is basically like a wild card for basketball. Yeah, they and then you got also Draymond winning with them with his fourth, and you can't really forget about it. But Steve Kerr just won another one as a coach, so I think he is 9 because he won 5 as a player and then won 4 now as a coach. So he's actually in like the list of legends right now. Yeah, that was crazy series. They of course were they had lottery picks the last couple of years just because of the whole turnaround with everything, people being injured, not doing so great, all that. Yeah, it was. If you watched it before the last couple of years, you kind of had a feeling that they were going to come back, and they're both healthy now, both doing great. That was a great series, and of course, also congrats to the Celtics because making it is just the level below of winning it, of course. But yeah, no, they played an amazing year. It's crazy how they're such a young team. It's honestly like it's like Clay and Curry and Draymond, where years ago they were this young. It's honestly there's a whole joke about Jason Tatum being only like 18 years old still. I heard his age. I thought like I miscounted, and like I was thinking like he's been in for like 10 years already. He's only 25. What? He's been in for 7 years, which is still a very good amount of time to be in the league and be as good as he is and be at the level he's played it. Yeah, it's just been, that's crazy how it still feels like he's very young. And I'm 25, so it's kind of crazy like to see what he's doing with his age and where I am. It's of course a different situation because I'm not 6'6" like he is or whatever, 6'7", 6'5". I don't actually know. I'm like really good with heights for some people, but I don't know a lot of people like that. Yeah, of course can never take it away from the Celtics. They made it this far and they pushed it to 6 games. Like, it's an accomplishment either way. Yeah, and we also got hockey going on with the Avalanche and the Lightning in the finals. The Avalanche swept the Oilers and the Tampa and New York Rangers. It hurts about that one, but we're all right here. Yeah, that was a rough series to lose, but definitely a young team. Also, most of them are like 25 and younger, which is amazing. Like, even though like for hockey, like yeah, you start young and you kind of come into the league young, all that. Still, like, some of them are like 20 years old, 21. Like, they are very good for their age. Very good. But yeah, you always to build up. You got only a couple of veterans on that team with Kreider and Zibanejad. Yeah, it was an amazing season to watch. It was crazy for them to honestly kind of be that far. They were kind of in a rebuild situation. Unfortunately, they kind of were rebuilding for a little bit because they the last goalie for the Rangers, you know, legend Henrik Lundqvist, who had retired. Unfortunately, we couldn't win him a ring here, but still love him to death here. Yeah, that was a both great series. So, well, it's only been a 2. When's the game? I know they had won a couple days ago. When's their next game? I think it's Saturday. Yes. So, yeah. So it's have 2 games under their belt, and yeah, this is a crazy thing for all of them, winning and getting to the finals. Like, it's a huge accomplishment. Like, yes, of course, someone who knew sports a lot, or I kind of tell myself I do. Some people I might not, but whatever. To even get to this position is a crazy thing to do. I think they said it was like 2% of all high schoolers make it to college for sports. Or I don't remember the numbers, but they're very, very insanely low numbers for, of course, there's a couple of thousand people that play professional sports in every different part of the world for every different kind of sport, but there's also like almost 8 billion people in the world, so the numbers kind of make sense. Yeah, so and one last thing is we had a crazy little story happen for the finals. If you don't know, there's this, I wouldn't say really, I think they're saying impersonator here, but there's a guy that you can't really impersonate someone if your facial structure and like you're not near the height really, but like a lot of things about you are the same person. Like, you can't really impersonate them if you're not doing a purpose. So I don't get that saying right there. But if you don't remember this, I think it was the first finals that the Warriors were in 2016 or something. There was a guy that looks like Klay Thompson. And he would always he would have everything. He would have the entire jersey going. I think he's a couple inches shorter than him, but still, like, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And also, if you know what I'm talking about, you probably saw this, that he has been banned for life. I think it's from the Chase Center, so I don't think he's banned from the NBA, but he's banned from the Chase Center for life, which, like, yes, I understand he's basically breaking into a house, but also there's people there. Like, also he could have asked, like, hey, can I go do this? They probably would have said no and walk out. I think everyone's in the wrong, but obviously it's definitely a legal situation, and so it's like breaking into a house basically. He just walked in here or walked somewhere, but I don't like. Of course, I don't have any justification. Like, I can't say like, hey, like, Warriors, why do you ban for like no life instead of like a year or something, or 5 years maybe. Of course, I can't say anything about it because I'm not them, and it's basically breaking the law. But I think it might. I thought it was a little harsh for it. I was like, all right, like, you're gonna ban probably one of your, like, they were. I saw a thing the other day and it said, would you ban DJ Khaled from the Miami Heat and Drake from the Raptors? Who else? Like, no, mainly because I'm pretty sure that Drake is like part of the team now in a way. I think he either owns like, I think he owns like a part of the Raptors now, which then you can't fire, like you can't suspend him because he has a seat right there. He actually has a seat. And then DJ Khaled is like basically a super fan for them. But like it's, yeah, no, people are like, oh, like who'd you ban? He's not like, I hate to say that, like some of these are normal people. I 100% believe that. Like, they are normal people. Like they just had a talent, they found it, and they exploded on it. Like I get that. But they're real people. They're real people. Like they're like me and you. But they just have that fame and recognition and all that. This guy has like the fame and recognition, but he doesn't have the, like, I would say famous title. He just has a, oh, you're the fake Clay. Like that's what he's known for. He's not known for being, what's his name? Well, I don't even know his name. I think he's a YouTuber. Dawson Gurley. So now he's gonna be known, and now he probably will become very famous, even though he has already been known for years. But I don't think they ever really like got his name until like now or something. I never saw his name until now. That's why I'm saying that. But yeah, like it's, I don't know. I obviously can't make any judgment because it's not my place and all that, and it's definitely a legal thing that what happened. Like I didn't think a lifetime. Thought maybe like a few years. Like, bro, you broke into a building. Like, we'll give you this, but just whatever. And now my place. Yeah. So that's it. Got some good games that have been going on. Some finishings. Some more finishings probably in the next week. Probably 2 weeks or so. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening. Alright, hope like, subscribe, and comment if you want. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.